Hello, Texas A&M Aggies fans. I am Tim. Welcome into the A&M Daily Blitz for today, October 25th. A lot going on in a bye week for the Aggies this week, as of course there is no game for the team on October 30th as their bye week rolls through town. No loss, no win. Good news for the Aggies. Good news for the SEC. Wanted to touch base with everybody though because it's funny the way the season's gone, because it seems like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, it seems like Aggies fans were ready to jump off of a bridge. Aggies fans were ready to call it a season. They were ready to be done with Jimbo Fisher. They were ready to just throw in the towel on 2021. It's not what we thought it would be. 3 wins to start the season over cream puff opponents, Kent State, Colorado, and New Mexico, and you barely got past Colorado. Did not look good. You lost your starting quarterback for the season, Haynes King, in that game very, very early on. And it appeared Zach Calzada had absolutely nothing to offer the A&M offense. Things were gloomy? Don't know what adjective I was looking for there. Things were grim for the Aggies for sure. And it's funny how 3 weeks can change your outlook on things sports wise, because you invite Alabama in. Alabama comes into Kyle Field, a huge favorite, and rightfully so, as 100. They bring it their 100 game winning streak over unranked opponents, which the Aggies were at that time. 19 game winning streak overall, and Nick Saban, the head coach of Alabama, brings in his 24 game winning streak over former assistant coaches in college football, which of course Jimbo Fisher is. So things are looking bleak. I think that's what I was looking for, bleak. Things were not looking good for Aggies fans. I, for one, was ready to throw in the towel, and I had written several articles over there at allaggies.com about how the season was done. What can we look forward to for 2022? We're pretty much writing the season off. And you know what? Let's not fool ourselves. 2021 is still a disappointment of a season, I think. And anything in the way of an SEC West title is still a ridiculous long shot. But with the win over Alabama, you then beat Missouri handily, and then you dominated South Carolina this past Saturday. You've somewhat righted the ship. You're now 5-2 to on the season. Things are still not looking up very well for the Aggies, just because of what has to happen for the Aggies to play in an SEC championship game, which is really the goal, I think, for Jimbo Fisher, for Aggies fans. You wanted to win the West. You wanted to be better than Alabama. You wanted to make it to that SEC championship game. And I'll be real honest, I don't know who out of the West makes it to the SEC championship game this season. I don't think anybody's getting past Georgia. That's probably not breaking news for anybody. If you watch college football, if you're a fan of college football, I don't know that anybody's getting past Georgia. I thought they were the number one team in the country from day one, from week one. I think they're better. I think they're much better than Alabama. They're much better, clearly, than the Aggies and pretty much anybody else in the country. So they have their rightful spot at number one right now. But let's just assume things can go well for the Aggies. What needs to happen for the Aggies, and what are the odds, really? I'm not a bookmaker. I don't play real odds, but let's first and foremost, you need Alabama to lose another game, right? And then you're still going to need some help. So you've got let's see, Aggies are fourth right now in the SEC West, behind Alabama, Ole Miss, and Auburn. You're also tied with Mississippi State, who holds the tiebreaker over you currently, because, of course, the head-to-head win. But that doesn't mean things are out of the question here for the Aggies. The Aggies still have to face number 18 right now, Auburn. You travel to number 10, Ole Miss. Each of those teams already have a conference loss. So let's look at Mississippi State. They still have to face Kentucky, Arkansas, and Auburn, and Ole Miss in 4 of the next 5 games. you doubt that they're going to run the table there for sure. Mississippi State's got their own issues. So if the Bulldogs somehow manage to lose another game, the Aggies can really take over second place, right behind the Crimson Tide, but they have to keep winning. So that, I mean, we're assuming the Aggies are winning out here. And really, there's only one big question mark here if the Aggies can win out. And that's going to be Alabama's got to lose another game. So they face LSU and Arkansas 2 of the next 3 weeks. And I clearly see them getting past both of those teams. Of course, we thought they'd get past the Aggies too. But what else needs to happen here? Maybe what's Arkansas's or Alabama's biggest threat on their schedule right now? I think it's the Iron Bowl. I think it's the Auburn game. I think Auburn has the best chance of beating Alabama. Why? Well, number one, because the Iron Bowl this year they're back in at Auburn at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Alabama has lost the last 2 matchups against Auburn at Jordan-Hare Stadium. You've got a freshman quarterback playing for Alabama who really this will be his toughest road game since Kyle Field at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And it's a recipe for another upset, I think, for Alabama. And I think that's probably the Aggies' best bet. So the Aggies win out. Alabama loses to Auburn. Then you've got, of course, Ole Miss. You've got Mississippi State, Auburn. All of those teams obviously losing at least one more game. And there's your recipe. There's your way the Aggies can make it hypothetically to the SEC championship game or to win the SEC West. You know, whatever your goal is, do you just want a West win or do you want to win the championship? And thrust yourself into the college football playoff scenario. So, you know, I'd be happy with if the Aggies just win out. I don't really care what everybody else does. I think this season, the way it started, really, I think you go, I don't know, you go, 10-2 in the SEC and or overall. And I think that's a successful season considering what's happened to you early on with Haynes King going down, the struggles of Zach Calzada, and just make the defense keep getting better and better and better. This defense is only going to be better next season. Some of these great juniors are going to be seniors, another year under their belt of experience. And this season's not lost. It was 3 weeks ago. Now it's not. The Aggies lose another game. I'll be right back to saying how lost it is. But at this point, there's hope for the Aggies. There's hope for an SEC West title, and there's hope for more success in the SEC. Let's just get behind Jimbo. Let's get behind the Aggies. Let's pray for some SEC losses for Ole Miss, Auburn, Mississippi State, and of course Alabama. And that's our best recipe there for you. I am Tim. This has been the Aggies Daily Blitz on the Fish Report YouTube channel. By the way, our new home over on YouTube is the Fish Report YouTube channel, Mike Fisher's YouTube page. Go check them out there. Find us there, along with the Cowboys Daily Blitz, the Buckeyes Daily Blitz, the Longhorns Daily Blitz, and, of course, the Cowboys Daily Blitz. We're all over at the Fish Report YouTube channel now. Come check us out. It's been a good one. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you.